Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. I'm gonna draw cards and and then you pick and then you get a reading for your April predictions. I don't love doing prediction readings, not my favorite, not my forte, but I kind of feel like giving us a general idea of what to expect through the month is not a bad idea so that we can kind of prepare for it. We're gonna pull for what you can kind of expect and what you can do to prepare for it. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kim, your certified crazy lady. Psychic readings, channeled messages, and I make videos about my life as a psychic witch. If you don't hate that stuff, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I also have an email list that is totally free. Comes with a monthly full moon reading. I pull cards for the full moon. And I do that just for the email list, and it is free, so sign up in the description below. Okay, that's enough housekeeping. Let's shuffle some, and then pull some, and then talk some, and then live our lives some. Shall we? The decks that I use will be linked. I think I'm only going to use the tarot today. But the deck will be linked in the description below in case blah, blah. Words are hard. Okay, linked in the description, you get it. Normal stuff. Alrighty, let's pull for some piles, eh? I'm going to pick 3 cards. And then you choose the card you most resonate with, you most connect with, that you instantly are like, ooh, that one. Sometimes I know, like, if I'm watching pick a card videos, which I do all the time, I love them. Like, I'll know before the card's flipped over, if it's ones where they just show the back of the deck, like, I'll know. Go with that. Oh, that card may have been it, but just go with your intuition. First thing that kind of comes to mind, you know, just follow. Trust in you, trust your own magic, trust your own intuition, trust your own. Oh, always in my collective readings do I get a tarot card. Of course I get a tarot card. Okay, don't panic. Okay, that's anytime something like the Tower, the Death card, 3 of Swords, anything like scary looking, don't panic. Ooh, dang. There's some powerful things going on here. I think my camera's a little crooked, but yeah, let me just adjust the camera a tiny bit. Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords. Come on, autofocus. Stand by. 2 of Swords. I'll talk a little bit about each one, just a tiny bit. This is more of a what do you instantly connect to, not so much the meaning of these cards. These are just to get you to your reading. Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords. We have the Emperor. And we have the Tower. She's a little scary. Don't panic. 2 of Swords, rock in a hard place if you're feeling some decision making, if you're feeling a little stuck. You know, maybe this is the card you want to pick. The Emperor, authority and some leadership, and definitely a mastery of something. If you are maybe feeling a lot of pressure about something specifically, maybe something there maybe for you. The Tower is upheaval. The Tower is big changes. Okay, so that's kind of what you want to be thinking about. So if those meanings mean something to you, if one of those things that I said is like, oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly what I'm dealing with, that's exactly what I'm worried about, all that, then by all means choose that. If not, go by the imagery, what is immediately connecting to you. Or maybe you're like, I don't know why, but that lady with the swords is calling my name. That's where you want to go. Maybe the lightning in the Tower, maybe the sword, maybe these swords, maybe it's the moon, maybe it's the birds in the sky, and maybe it's Rapunzel's braid here. You know, it's for whatever reason. The reason doesn't matter. It's whichever card you are choosing. So we have pile 1, 2 of Swords, pile 2, the Emperor, pile 3, the Tower. Go ahead and choose your card and then use the timestamp or the chapter at the very bottom of the video to click that and go to your reading for pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, and I'll see you there. Hello, pile 1, my 2 of Swords. I hope you are doing well. I hope March has treated you well. I know it's been a highly energetic month, but we are going to pull some cards. I'm going to leave this here. I know this card was meant to bring you to this reading. It may not necessarily be a part of your reading. We're going to learn together. So let's pull just a couple cards to see what you can expect for the month of April. A lot of breathing when I read tarot, or when I read anything really. Lots of breathing. Whoop. Scoopity boopity. There we go. This guy poked out too. Ooh, you're going through it. You're going through it. You going through it right now? You're going through it. All right, initially I want to say that April is not looking like a particularly happy month for you, but let's dive a little deeper. I don't want to take too long like I was saying earlier, but something is going to kind of be leading you to some regret, whether that is a decision that you have to make. It could be you being caught between a rock and a hard place, but there's going to be some regret and some sadness coming for you this month. This is why I don't like doing prediction readings, to be clear, because like I don't want to tell people that. But this is, this is a bummer of a card. It's a lot of unhelpful sadness. You know how some sadness is healing, and some sadness is getting over things, and some sadness is genuine loss and grief and things like that, and some sadness is just not helpful. Depression is like the first thing that come to mind, and I by no means I'm saying that you are going to be diagnosed with depression or be suffering from depression in April. What I'm saying is there's helpful sadness and there's unhelpful sadness, and I feel like you're going to be going through some unhelpful strife or some unhelpful regret or some unhelpful sadness this month, but not all is lost, because you're going to be able to sort of manipulate your way out of that. So what we have here with we drew the 5 of Cups. Autofocus is not our friend today. Remember me, autofocus? Fine, I don't care. It's fine, be that way. Okay, so 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Okay. So 7s in numerology, in general, numbers and numerology and that kind of thing are very symbolic and indicative of growth, among other things. But that's really what I'm getting here, is that it's not going to be easy, but you're going to be able to finagle your way through this with your own unique skill set. So you're qualified to handle the uncomfortableness that is coming your way this month. You're qualified. Don't worry. It's okay to be sad because you're qualified. That's a terrible way to put it, but that is the word they are giving me, is you are qualified. You have the qualifications to deal with it. Okay. And so please keep that in mind. And so this card over here really, I pulled for what we can do to prepare for it. So how you can prepare for this sort of just bummer. It's just a bummer. It's going to be a bummer of a month. It's not going to be your best time. I don't think it's going to be the worst time. There are worse cards to draw. So you may have already gone through it and you're just kind of dealing with the lasting bits of stuff. In fact, the more I'm sitting with these cards, the more that's the vibe that I'm getting, is that whatever has happened in March or will happen before the end of March, which this is kind of coming up. I don't want to know exactly which exact date I'm going to put this up, but this is, you got to deal with it. It's just not going to be easy, and it's going to be sucky to have to go through, but you just got to kind of power through the bummerness that April is going to be. It's a bit of an April showers for you maybe, but you just take stock right now to know that it's going to be less than desirable this month, and be ready for that. So be ready so you're not surprised. Be ready so that you know your coping skills and your coping mechanisms and your self-care. Identify all those things. Identify the things that you do that help you, that are healthy things that help you. Identify what those things are before the month of April really gets going, so that when the crap hits the fan, so to speak, you're going to know exactly how to worm your way through these kind of rough emotions that are headed your way. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And also, because over here we have the Two of Swords, which represents a difficult decision. Okay, if a sadness is caused by a decision you made, please know that you still kind of did the right thing. Okay, all of these are connected. So if that's what either a decision you've made is going to kind of lead to a less than desirable result for you, or the fact that you have to make the decision is going to be a less than desirable position for you, but you are uniquely qualified to handle this. Okay, so take note of your skills, of your coping skills, of your talents, of your self-care, the things that help heal you, so that you're able to get through it easier, to get through it smoother, and to get through it a little quicker. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm sorry I don't have better news. That really friggin' sucks. I hate that. This is why I don't like to do prediction things, and why I might not do anymore, because I don't like saying I'm sorry that things might make you sad. And you know, honestly, this is it's a pick a card, but it is a collective reading. So this is going to mean lots of different things for lots of different people. This really could be a minimal sadness, okay? But it just happens to be the memorable thing about the month, all right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be some big, giant, huge, big, bad thing. It could be something that just makes you look back on April when May starts to roll around and you think, man, that sucked a little. Or, that wasn't my best. Like, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't, I wasn't exactly thriving. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, is you're not exactly going to be thriving in April. It's not the end of the world, but you're definitely qualified. The word is qualified. They keep telling me qualified. You are someone, you have the ability to get yourself through this smoothly and quickly. Okay? It's going to be so prepare for that now. Identify those things now. And now I'm back to repeating myself. It drives me crazy. Keep your chin up. It's temporary, all right? And like I said, you can handle this. You really, really can. Just know that you can handle this and start telling yourself that now. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end of this reading, please feel free to subscribe to this highly professional YouTube channel. Thank you. Take what connects, leave the rest, and until we meet again, embrace your crazy. Hello, pile 2, the Emperor. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to pull some cards for you. This card may play a role in the reading. It may just be the card that got you here. Oh, they usually end up playing a role one way or the other. So, yeah, let's see what pile 2 can expect for April. Pile 2, the Emperor. I feel like this card has come up a couple times in my collective readings with you. Okay, like I said earlier, we're going to try to speed read through this because you all have lives and things to prepare for. So let's see what's going on. Aw, right on. Ooh. Big energy, big energy. Ooh, I'm feeling a lot of big energy. Okay, so we have the 9 of Coins. He's so happy with his watermelon. I love it. The 9 of Coins and the Knight of Wands. I love her. Tatterhood, I think her name is. She's so cute. Okay. Like I said, I'm feeling very big energy. Like I can just, like in my insides, I can feel like... Okay, like I'm getting a little bloated, okay, but like in the good way, not in the my belly wants to explode way. Not in the I ate too much at Chokorama way. Okay. This is a little more of a growth and a little bit of a victory. Let me sit with this for like a second. Is it victorious, or are we're feeling, I'm feeling a lot of happiness from this. And I'm also kind of feeling like it's not an ending exactly, but there's a success element to this. It's kind of like, it's like an accomplishment, like but not all the way the end. So maybe some kind of proof of concept, or some kind of, oh my gosh, this is working, let's keep doing it. That's the kind of momentum. There it is. The word is the momentum. You're going to be really, and over here I'm getting that big vibe here too with the Knight of Wands. See, and then we have the Emperor here, who is kind of, this is something it's important to you. Some kind of something you're in charge of is going to have a nice moment this month. You're gonna see some fruits of your labor this month for sure. You're laboring, being this kind of sludging through, doing the everyday leading and mastering of these things. That's really it's gonna pay off. It's really going to be very validating. You're gonna get a lot of validation. You're gonna get some confirmation, like I said, proof of concept, and just the momentum of this thing, this relationship. I'm getting like project, but it could very well also be a relationship. So if you're working on your relationship with someone, you're going to be enjoying the fruits of that labor. If you're working on a big project at work, you're going to have some big validation and confirmation that you're doing the right thing with that. That's really, really what I'm getting. And I'm getting, like I said, it's like a balloon inside of me that I kind of feel like. So growth, like it's like a victorious growth. It's like this, like, that sounds like some kind of weird medical condition. It's not a weird medical condition. It's something is going well, or something is going to start going well. And it's going to be like something that you've been working on, though. It's not random. It's something that you've been putting the work into, and you're like, man, I hope this is worth it. Oh, I hope this is worth it. It's going to be. You're going to learn that it's worth it. It may not finish. It may not be the end of the project. I don't think it's going to be the end of the project. I think it's going to be the turning point where you realize that it's working. It's doing the thing you intended it to do, whether that is working on a relationship, working on a project, some kind of something. There's going to be a turning point of reward and of it's working. Yeah. And then over here we have the Knight of Wands. So it's going to be important for you to really embrace that fighting spirit. Okay. So the Knight of Wands is very like, really like just fighting for power. You know what I mean? In kind of a way, but you're going to need to embrace that energy of believing in yourself and in the thing that you're working on. Okay. Because part of the work of doing something, working on a big project, working on a relationship, working on something, it's not a small thing. It's not the biggest life-changing thing, but it's not a small thing. So you really need to keep the belief and the fight going for it. That's what I was gonna say, is it's like you've been working for this thing. Part of that work is still believing in it and keeping the faith the whole time that you're doing it. That's what you need. You just hang on to that belief that you have, that this thing can be better, that this thing can be successful, because you're going to be validated of that. Hang on to that. Okay. So know that you're going to be validated, but like also believe before it happens. That's part of what's going to make it happen. So make sure you're really clinging on to your faith in that, and your faith in yourself, that you are making the right choices and that you're doing the right things. So there you go. And like I said, big balloon, lots of growth and big energy. So it's gonna be a very growth. It's not even growth, it's expansion. It's gonna be a month of expansion. Like you're growing your kingdom, you know what I mean? Like it's really gonna, that's just the that I'm getting. So wow, enjoy. Please believe in yourself. That's gonna be the key to all of it, is to be hanging on to your faith in you and in what you're working on. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. Excellent. If you made it this far into the reading, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. I do all kinds of things like this all the time. Don't forget to sign up for my email list in the description below. And as usual, take what connects, leave the rest, and until we meet again, embrace your crazy. Hello, pile 3, my hardcore tower friends. Don't panic. It's gonna be, we're gonna figure this out together. We're gonna see what is going on for you for the month of April. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if sometimes this card works its way into the reading, and sometimes it's just what leads you here. 3? Well, we're doing 3 today. A lot going on. I was doing 2 and you're getting 3, and congratulations. You're special. Okay, here's what we can expect for the month of April. Woo! King of Cups. Big energy reading already. Big energy reading. I am something about you're going to reach some kind of end. Not that something is ending this month, to be clear. This is, I'm feeling more of a completion. Okay, more of a victory, but it's something with relationships, or it's something in your heart, some kind of, I still want to say it's a relationship, some kind of relational thing. Ooh, yes. Ouch. Yeah, wow. 2 kings and a major. Wow. Dang, what are you doing right now? You're the psychic, you should know. Thanks, guys. Okay. This is the card that's got me going, wait a second. Okay. I'm getting it. There is going to be victory for you in the month of April. Okay. It may not be what you are right now considering a victory. It may be something else. It may be something else. What I'm saying is you have a picture of victory. You may have a picture of victory in your head, or some kind of expectation of what a victory means in this realm, which it's with a person. It's with a person or people. It is a relationship situation. I don't know if it's romantic. Is this a romantic? There's been hurt from wherever this is coming from, whether this is a romantic relationship or a friendship or a business relationship. It's a collective reading, so I can't really get much more detail with that unless I were doing it individually. But there's a significant, I don't want to jump to the most significant relationship in your life, but a fairly big one. So a relationship that really matters to you, there's some hurt either going to happen or has very recently happened that you're dealing with. So this card here is telling me that there's going to be some pain. Okay, you're either in pain or there will be pain in April, but it's not going to lead you to something, and it's not going to be short-lived necessarily, but I have 2 victories here for you. Okay, so we have the Tower card, which is the scary big change card. Okay, so some upheaval. So there's going to be a surprise hurt this month. And this is why I don't like doing prediction readings, okay, for the record, because like I have to tell people things I don't want to tell them. I just wanted happy, clappy readings. I don't want to say real things. Part of the reason I put off being a psychic for so long. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so there's going to be some hurt. It might surprise you. But I have two different victories here. One is a relationship victory, okay? But I say that it may not be the victory you expect. It may not be what you would think is a victory. When you get there, you're going to be like, wow, this is a victory. This is a win for me. But, oh, sorry, my body's cracking everywhere. But it just may not look like the picture of a win in your head. So like you're picturing what it's going to look like when you're through this and when you've dealt with it, and what it looks like to come out as a winner, so to speak. But I think that it could be different. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad and that's actually a victory. I'm saying it just is going to look different than what you expected. Is the idea. This is the vibe I'm getting from. So I'm getting that there's going to be some hurt and pain in a relationship this month. It's going to surprise you. And because this is in between these two victories, and we'll get to this card in a second, because this is in between the two victories, I think that that's kind of what's telling me that it's going to not quite be what you expected. Doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean that it feels like a loss, but is actually a win. Like I'm not saying that the breakup is going to actually be victorious for you. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, that it's going to be a breakup and that the breakup is what the win is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm saying to dial down your expectations and understand that at the end of the day, what everyone wants is happiness. And if this victory is going to get you to happiness, it's a victory, regardless of what it is, whether it's we were going to move in together into his place, but we ended up moving together into my place after we argued about it for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You would have thought that the victory would have been something else, but it's still a win because you ended up happy and with your person. That's just an example. This could be someone at work. This could be a friendship. This could be a sibling. But there's going to be some surprise hurt, but you're going to come out victorious with it. Okay. There will be a relationship victory. And then over here on the other side, we also have this kind of more physical victory of home or something. It's very, very, you're going to feel amazing by the end of this. Okay. When these two things happen, it's and then you're going to power through it and you're going to fight it out. And then you're going to be like, wait, this is the end. And then you're going to reflect on it and you're going to see after all this, you're going to see that it's actually awesome. Okay. It's not going to be what you expect, but it's going to be more than you expect. Okay. This is abundance. This is just so much good and so much victory and so much success. Okay. That's where we're at with this, is very just the master of safety. Okay. It's going to feel so safe and peaceful after you've gone through what is going to be a little tumultuous. Okay. But you're going to come out feeling. And so that's kind of what you need to know, is that like, so to prepare for this to happen is to, one, just be ready to go through it if you're not already. It could have happened already, and this is just the feelings we're going to be having throughout April, and it's already happened in March. Know that it will. There's so much abundance and peace waiting for you on the other side of it. Okay? When you come out the other end. That was a weird, gross way to put it. I feel like I'm a good psychic. I make gross metaphors. Okay. So chew on this, let it digest, and see what comes out the other end. Okay? Great. Have a nice month. Okay. Honestly, though, That's a little bit of what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay. But you're really your relationship is going to have a victory, and it's just going to be so peaceful. So understand that your personal power is important. And that is the takeaway from this, because I wanted this last card that I drew for these readings to be how you can prepare for this. And you need to prepare by recognizing your personal power. Okay? Practice some gratitude. See the wins you already have behind you. See your success rate, okay, that you have for hard times. And trust yourself and trust your personal power, okay? Trust that you are going to do what is best for you, because you can. You can do what's best for you, and that's what's going to lead you to your victory in whatever relationship this may be talking about. Okay? So trust yourself and recognize your personal power, and hold on to your personal power and who you are and your wonderfulness, so that you can achieve this victory with your relationship, and so that you can achieve the personal peace that you're after. Okay, that's how it's going to happen for you. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you made it all the way to the end of this reading, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And don't forget my email list in the description below. As always, take what connects, leave the rest, and until we meet again, embrace your crazy.